Hi, I'm Sonja Nicole. I'm a priestess at IIKDS. I am doing this video to let you know about or to share with you rather, the experience that I had with my first initiation at IIKDS. I initiated with the Twa first. And when we went into the woods to collect the herbs, it was like we were invisible to the people that were walking past us. It was about 50 to 75 people that walked past us in a group, and there was a group of us as well, and not one of them looked in our direction. And I could feel that what happens is when you go to collect those herbs, the spirit is with you before you even get to the herbs. While you're collecting them, it's like they know that you're, there to collect the herbs, and they know that they're going to be with you. So that I think they're pretty anxious to get there. Afterwards, when we did our ritual, this is the first time ever that I saw someone take a fowl and hold it over the herbs and call the name of the spirit, and the fowl just went limp. It was really, it was amazing. It was really an amazing experience, and they are very powerful. The Twa, what they do is they bring you information, or they bring things to you, and they also take things away. So I used to be addicted to cigarettes. They took that addiction away. I haven't touched them in, I guess, 3 years now. I don't have any addictions. There are things that I've come across in my genealogy that I know that I came across because of them, because of the information that I was asking for. And I found out a lot. I found out that I am home in America, that I did not come here from Africa. I'm indigenous to America. I found out that cyanobacteria is responsible for life on the planet, and life was created wherever there was an ecosystem. And this is a real working and functioning science, but people are very, educated, but then they're still not very intelligent when it comes to science, because they'll challenge science and how things grow and how things function even today with a theory that was created by a white supremacist to separate them from their land, or all lands except for one. Now, the theory of life coming out of Africa serves two purposes. The first purpose is it allows genocide everywhere else. And when you say that you are from Africa, when you have no idea, or you have no common ancestor with no ancestor that you have found that came directly from Africa. Most of us are mixed with 3 to 4 different things, but it's like you're removing yourself. And the majority of my DNA in particular is from here, as well as many other people that I've come across that have taken the DNA test as well. The majority of their DNA test is right here. I have 24% of my DNA that is from Nigeria. I have some that's from Southeast Asia, and I have 60-something% from right here in America. But I'm supposed to say that I'm African, and that means that I'm from the continent of Africa. Now, I love African people, okay? and I love African food. I love African culture. I love it all, okay? But I'm indigenous, and that's what we have in common. We all come from one DNA, and we are all indigenous to the planet, okay? There's some theories out there that the, all the planet was one landmass and it broke up. And then you have other people that'll say, okay, well, people came over here on a raft. That's just not realistic. If you've ever been into the ocean, way out in the ocean, you know it's way too rough. Those waves can get way too high. There is no way in hell that you're going to take a raft from, one place, another continent, over to, from Africa to America. Okay, there's no way that you're going to do that. And then they say that we were here before Columbus. Yes, we were here before Columbus because we were created right here. Now, most people don't know how life was created. And that's where the problem is, because of the ignorance to that. Just as back in the 1800s, there was ignorance to the fact that there was ignorance to the paperwork that was presented to people, and they signed documents. Couldn't sign their name, would sign an X, and then lose things, lose their property, lose their house. The same thing is going on right now, but you're educated. So they gave you an education. They put you in one direction, and they educated you in their public school system. And then they turned around and they still have another set of things on the other side that you don't know about. And those are the legal things, legal remedies, legal information that makes you, that keeps you in servitude. But, you've got so many gadgets to play with right now, you don't care. And you should, because this is a foundation that all of the genocide that we see daily, it stands on. And after reconnecting with my ancestors, it's like they really have me on a mission now. And I accept it. And that's all I talk about, pretty much. That's all I talk about is, the information that I find, the laws that were placed on us, which are really statutes and codes. These are corporations here that are putting corporate statutes and codes on us, and we don't read our connection to these things. And actually under the titles that we were given, Black, African American, colored, Negro, under those titles, they can force you into servitude, which is what's going on. It's servitude. Anytime you have to, pay out a third of your pay in taxes. Anytime you have to, you buy a car or a house or whatever, and you have to pay on them too, taxes. and yearly or something. It's just crazy. You never own anything. It's always you get it and you hand it over to whatever state that owns you at the time. So also, oh goodness, there's so many different areas that I could go on with that, but I don't want to make this a long, drawn out video. My purpose was to tell you about my experience with the Twa, and that's part of my experience, the information that they brought me, just mind-blowing information. So they let me know about the contracts. Everything's a contract. Everything that you think is not a contract is a contract. When you call yourself Black, when you call yourself African American, you're making a contract. When you allow people in the media to call you those things, you're making a contract. And the contract that you're making is to be a 14th Amendment citizen, which is property. Because you are indigenous here, you can never be a citizen of the United States. So under the 14th Amendment, you are chattel property. And people find that hard to believe because they think, oh, slavery, whips and chains, whatever. No. You're still getting your ass whipped every time you have to pay those taxes, every time that you can barely afford to put food on your table. Every time that you're living paycheck to paycheck, you are living to make money just to pay bills, you know, and then here and there you get to do something for yourself. That's servitude. That's slavery. You can't grow your own food. You know, they've totally taken control of all of that. I saw laws where they said that if you bought something from someone who was Negro, you had to you were going to be fined $1,000, and that's when they stopped with the trade. I'm going to tell you, the person who tells the truth is Tim Wise. There's a man named Tim Wise. If you listen to his information, he tells you exactly what was going on here, because there were people of all nationalities, black people married to white people, in the so-called black, so-called white people, in the 1700s, okay? There were people who were different nationalities married to each other. America was like a melting pot. This is what I'm finding out. You know, I found out so much information, but, you know, like I said, I'm going to stop right here, because this will be like hours long if I really just go deeper, you know, into this information. But, you know, let me know if you do want me to, and I'll do a video just on that for you. The Twa, they just, you know, whatever it is you want to do, they're going to help you to do it. That's all. Whatever it is that you don't like about yourself, they'll help you to take it away. You know, if you are an alchemist, such as myself, a spiritual alchemist, and you like to better yourself within and become a better person within, then you definitely want to get the Twa. And you definitely want to, even if you, I would say, even if you're a student or you're doing certain things where you need to do research and things like that, then they're perfect for that. Also, they're perfect for protection as well. So I'm going to wrap it up because I went way longer than what I wanted to. I was just trying to do a quick little video, but here we are, over 12 minutes. So I will be back with more information about some of my other shrines and some of my other experiences at IIKDS. And I'll see you then. Peace.